Well, hi everyone, Sean Humphreys here. Welcome to All Things Retirement. In this installment, we're going to talk about Canada Pension Plan, and specifically, should you take it early, before age 65? Should you take it right at 65 or defer taking it past the age of 65? Very common question that's out there. Now, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you want to be alerted to other content we upload on a regular basis, quite literally on all aspects of retirement planning. So if you Google and do a search on this question, there's lots of information out there. And some people are very adamant, you should take it early, take the money and run is kind of the philosophy. But there are voices out there that say you should defer taking Canada Pension Plan. So why is there not consensus on this? Is there not a formula you can run to confirm exactly for you what you should be doing? And what I would say is, no, it's not a toggle switch. It's not black and white. There's a lot of gray, depending on how you answer a number of questions on the topic. So I'll go over some of those questions so that hopefully you can take that information and make the right Canada Pension Plan decision for you and your family. Now, the first thing that I'll do is I'm just going to go to some information that'll summarize for you the benefits. Now, this is from the Asante Wealth Management website, and you can see that the maximum benefit in 2021 was $1,203.75. I can tell you that a vast majority of people are not at that maximum benefit. And in fact, the average payout on a monthly basis for new beneficiaries in October 2020 data was $689.17. What we found is on average over employment history, if you use an average of 85% of the maximum for CPP, that tends to be a number that is pretty typical. Now, we used $1,000 in this example. So you can see that monthly Canada Pension Plan at age 65, it was $1,000. If you took it early at age 60, it would be $640. That's a reduction of 36% from the age 65 benefit. If you defer taking Canada Pension Plan, there's an incremental increase every year so that by the time you hit age 70, your benefits would increase from the age 65 level by 42%. So why would people take this benefit early if they're going to be hit with potentially as much of as a 36% reduction in benefits? So let's take a look at that. Well, the first reason is you simply need the cash flow. And so if you don't have a lot of other financial assets or pensions and you're retiring before the age of 65, either something you've decided to do or it's been forced upon you by circumstance, you may just need the money. And so that would be one reason why people would take Canada Pension Plan early. The second reason might be for health or medical reasons, and those health concerns have caused you to feel that maybe you won't live to average life expectancy. So as a result, you want to get the money out and start using it for your own lifestyle now where you can enjoy it. Another reason is some people will take money out early to help them preserve some of their other savings. And so if you've built up money in your tax-free savings accounts, and your RSP accounts, and other pension accounts, you view the CPP as a supplement to protect some of those other assets. It could be for expenses down the road, long-term care, legacy gifts for the kids or grandchildren. There could be various reasons why that would be important to you. For other people, they don't really need the income. They've got lots of financial assets, but they decide to take Canada Pension Plan early because it drives them crazy that the survivor benefits might be quite meager to their partner if they die prematurely. So they take the money out, take it early, but they might invest it. And they'll invest and compound the value so that by the time they get to age 65 and start using it, that compounded additional value from the cash flow they had from 60 to age 65 helps to compensate for the fact that they were hit with a penalty, but at least they were getting the money out and invested. And that's one of the reasons why you see people taking Canada Pension Plan is that whole survivor question. So if you and your partner have been at close to maximum insurable earnings over the years and making Canada Pension Plan contributions, the reality is if one of you dies prematurely, the survivor top-up might be quite meager. The survivor will get a $2,500 check, but may not get much in the way of survivor top-ups from Canada Pension Plan. So that drives people crazy, right? They've put 30, 40 years worth of contributions into the plan, and if they die prematurely, which may be statistically remote, there wouldn't be much of a payout. And so they want to start getting the money out and just using it. And that ties into a discussion around crossover points. So the most common question is, if I took it early, let's say at age 60 or age 62, how long would I have to live? until I would have been better off taking the benefit at age 65 as an example. So we see a lot of clients taking the benefit, not necessarily at age 60, but age 62 is a common start date. And what I've told clients is that for every year they live up until roughly age 76, they were better off taking the benefit early. From age 76 on, they would have been better having the benefit paid out beginning at age 65 at a higher rate. So what do you think people say? Well, you're probably right. Most people go, when do I want to be ahead of the game? From age 62 to 76, or from age 76 onward? And for most people, they're more active and they have their energy and they're doing things between age 62 and 76. So they want the extra cash flow at that point. Okay, so those are some of the reasons why you might take it before age 65. Why would you defer taking it to 65 and maybe even past that point? Well, I'm going to draw your attention to a study that was put together by the Society of Actuaries. So this is a document that the Society of Actuaries put together, a research report under the topic Aging and Retirement. And the document was called the CPP Take-Up Decision Risks and Opportunities. Now, I'm not going to go through this document. You can grab it on your own at www.societyofactuaries.org. Very detailed document. They've taken this topic and really crunched the numbers on it, as actuaries would. But the bottom line was, from their perspective, they felt people were better off deferring to age 65 or even later. Now, some people will do that just purely from a tax and cash flow standpoint. They're still working. They don't need the income. They don't want to pay a bunch of tax on that income. And so they just decide to defer and take the higher benefit rate. So that would be one example. You have other people who are genuinely concerned about longevity risk. So longevity, is in their family. They come from a family of long livers. They're concerned about inflationary protection. They know that Canada Pension Plan and Old Age Security benefits are inflation-proof because they get cost of living adjusted every year. And so for them, locking in that highest form of pension, and if they don't need the income, they'll defer. So those might be a couple of common reasons. Now, the other reason gets back to the taking in money, the money and running discussion we had before. So if you've got a husband and wife or a couple, and let's say that one partner has worked full-time, has made maximum contributions to Canada Pension Plan over the years, and their partner hasn't, for whatever reason, hasn't been in the workforce very much or hasn't made much in the way of contributions. So now we're dealing with a couple situations where there are two life expectancies, where if the person in the relationship who'd made maximum contributions dies prematurely, then the surviving partner is going to have a decent top up in terms of survivor benefits. So between two life expectancies, there is a high probability that between both of them, they're going to get more than their fair share, or at least their fair share of money out of Canada Pension Plan in that scenario. So for those couples, there's not as much pressure to take Canada Pension Plan out early if taking the money and run scenario is a concern for you. So it's my hope that you found these discussion points helpful. There is gray here, but hopefully those questions will help you to frame what is best for your circumstances. And if you want more information, we've got some links in the show notes for our retirement resource page. Go to that. It's got information, samples of our retirement planning spreadsheets and reports that we provide. There's other helpful resources there and checklists that you might find useful as you begin planning out your own retirement. Anyway, if you want to get future content, like I said, hit the subscribe button and notification bell. And I'm wishing you all the best as you plan out both your wealth planning overall and your retirement. You take care. Bye-bye.